everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. This is Chris Loves Luxe, and today is the day that most of you have been waiting for. This is my recommendations for makeup and skincare for the Sephora VIB sale. Y'all, there's a ton of products here. This is going to be a long video. Go ahead, if you have to pause the video to get something to drink and a snack and your pen and paper, do so, because I'm going to run through some of the things that I pull for, or I suggest that you pull for. There's certain products that I purposely am leaving off, and that's because the brand themselves may be having a better savings. So having said that, I'm ready to jump into this because, like I said, it's a ton of stuff here. We need to get through it, okay? I have my specs on purpose because, you know, I need to be able to see and all that other good stuff, all right? So if you're new here, even if you're not, hi, welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you like the content you see here, don't forget to tell your friends, share the video, share the channel, like this video. Don't forget to head over to IG and follow me at Chris Loves Luxe. All right, with all that said, let's get into it. I'm gonna start at skincare because that's not as big, right? I tend to stick to the same stuff. So I have about 6 products here, and then we're gonna move into the makeup, which is gonna take, you know, the rest of the time. All right, so let's get this simple thing out the way. This is not skincare, this is brush care. This is what I use to wash my brushes, y'all. This is the Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid Charcoal, and this is the big one. So basically, y'all can see it's kind of dirty in there, but this one really cleans the dirt, especially in my foundation brushes. You know, picks the dirt up, lifts it off and everything. So I do use this. I've used the regular one too, the charcoal one. I really don't see that big of a difference. They say the charcoal one is supposed to clean easier, but it takes the same amount of energy whether it's the regular one or the charcoal one. But this is my last Beauty Blender soap, right? Or my brush cleanser soap. So I do need another one. So I know this is going to be on my list, but I do recommend it to you guys. All right, getting that out the way. All right, let's get into, there's one Sephora brush that I need to mention, and I wasn't going to mention it, but I do need to, and that's this one right here. This is the Sephora, this is the old one. It's styled differently, but the brush shape is the same. This is it's clean, so I have a backup one, so I don't need another one. But this is the Sephora 50 brush. For those of you that don't want to do the La Mer brush and all that other stuff, the Refa brushes that can be a bit pricey, you can always get a Sephora brush, right? And this is nice, it's soft, it's a beautiful powder brush. It even, because of the way it's shaped, you can even use it for bronzer. I really like this brush, so that's why I have a backup. I normally don't do backups, especially of my synthetic brushes, unless it's something I really enjoy. That one, worth every penny, so go ahead and jump on that one without a doubt. All right, now let's get into what I removed. Let's go by steps. I just realized I'm missing one thing. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to run into the shower and take a couple of things out. I knew I was missing stuff, and y'all, my face stuff stayed, not the moisturizer, but everything outside of the moisturizer and serum stayed in the shower on a rack, so I had to go get it. But anyway, let's start with what I use to take my makeup off. The only thing I use now is the Tacha Pure One Step Camilla Cleansing Oil. This baby, right? And this is an empty. I saved the empties. I was going to do an empties video, but it take too long to gather up all these empties. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, this one's empty. I have a new one in the shower because I take my makeup off in the shower. Couple pumps. It rinses right off, and then I let the water rinse all the water off and then go in with my cleansing. I love this stuff. I have a backup already. I will get a backup to the backup during the sale. I love this. Tacha One Step Camilla Cleansing Oil. Once I do that, there are 2 different kinds of cleansers that I use. I either use the Amorepacific Treatment Cleansing Foam. That's this one right here. Amore Treatment Cleansing Foam. I use this pretty much almost every day, okay? If I'm not using this, then I'm using the next one that I'm going to show you. This one, yeah, I don't know if you guys can't tell because you can't see through it. It's like right here. You can probably tell how I've been squeezing it down, but this is, it's definitely a good, you have to be okay with fragrance. If you're fragrance sensitive, stay away from this. Okay, because all of Amorepacific products have a scent, right? At least all the ones I use. So, but I'm okay with that. So this one right here, very good, has little beads in it, so it feels almost like an exfoliant, but it's not. I have the exfoliator too. I don't use it as much as I use one of the other ones that I will show you. Next up, this is an empty. This is my favorite face wash. This is Tacha the Deep Cleanse. This is an good and empty. Hear it? Completely empty. I love this. I have my another full bottle in the shower, and I have a backup of this one already. Because you know, we all should be washing our face, but I wash my face 2 times a day, in the morning and then again at night. So I run through cleanser. You don't need that much of either one of these cleansers. A pea size will take care of my face with no problem, but still I like to have backup of a backup, because it's not often that you're going to be able to get 20% off Tacha or Amorepacific. So because of that, I make sure that during the VIB sales, I always get a bottle, so I'm going to get one anyway. The Deep Cleanse by Tacha. Now, after the Deep Cleanse comes the exfoliate. The exfoliator that I use the most, and this is so like dirty and filthy, so when I open it, y'all, don't judge me, right? You can see it's a hot mess. But basically, you can see all the, I'm going to close this because I don't want to spill it everywhere. But this is Tacha, the rice polish in deep, right? So you'll see that mine all look at this light blue or Tiffany blue casing, and that's for oily skin or normal or oily, as opposed to, I think the purple one is for dry, and then the white bottles are for normal. But anyway, I use this one. I love it. This exfoliator is light enough for you to do, I would say, every other day. I don't use this every day. There's another exfoliator that I don't have any more of by Dermalogica. That's the daily exfoliant. That one is gentle enough to use every day. This one is a little more, I don't want to call it harsh, but it does leave my skin just a tad bit on the drier side, right? So I'm actually getting the Dermalogica, which I don't have in front of me, but do recommend that one. It was actually a whole gift set, is in my gift set video that that would have posted before this video. I'm gonna get that because I want to interchange the 2 exfoliators, but this one right here is good, definitely worth the coin. I have to put that back in the thing. So once I've done all of that, what's next? So I do have a serum that I use, just a simple one that's like witch hazel and a vitamin, and I think it's vitamin A or E or something like that in it, that I get from Marshall's, right? So you can't get that from Sephora. But after that, I put this in, and you can see I'm gonna need another one because I'm almost done. You don't need a lot of this. This is the Plump Hyaluronic Serum Deep Hydration Glow by Glow Recipe. Okay, this little tiny bottle lasts a very long time. You do not need that much of it. I put 1.5 pumps. It covers my face up real good. Gives me the hydration I need. You could tell it's a little thick. I don't know if you could tell. It's not a watery serum at all. It's like a jelly serum, so you don't need a lot. I do like this, and I would definitely repurchase it, and I would recommend it. Next up is my eye cream. Okay, now this right here has been a staple since the last Sephora sale. I have not put it down since then. I prefer this over the Chantecaille one that I have. I really prefer this over the Silk Peony eye cream by Tacha, because I did not, for my specific eye type, under eye type, I did not get the depuffiness. I need a depuffer that I get in this, and that's because it has coffee in it, and you can actually smell the coffee. This is Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm by Algenist. I'm gonna have to get another one because you can see I'm like halfway, about halfway gone with it. It straight smell like coffee grounds because it does have a high concentration of coffee, which helps with the puffiness and this other things in there for discoloration, dark circles and stuff. I do like this. Now I just bought the La Mer one, so I will be trying that out for a couple of weeks to see if I like La Mer more than this. This is expensive. I think this is $70 if I'm not mistaken. I'll make sure that actually, you know what, let me do that now. Let me check, because that description box, it be hitting different when I'm trying to find something. Hold on. This is the triple algae. So yes, it is $68. So you'll see it is $68, right? So you know what, let me just love that one, so it'll be in my loves list. But it's worth every dime. I love it. You do not need a lot. I do pack it on and let it seep in. I love it. I love it. Highly recommend it, especially for those of us that have mature eyelids and under eye. This is great. For moisturizer, I only use 2. In the morning, I use Amorepacific, the Essential Cream Fluid. This one, it is pricey, y'all. It's $95, but it is worth it. A couple of pumps, boom, boom, covers the face. You don't need a lot. It works fine. I love it. Definitely, highly, this is an empty. Highly recommend this one. I have the full bottle. I don't think I have a backup of this one, so I'm probably gonna have to get this too. Y'all, my Sephora checked cart gonna be ugly. Anyway, this is the Tacha water cream. I love this water cream. This is an empty. I mean, real empty. Y'all see how I did that bottle down to the very last drop. I have a full one that I've already opened. As soon as I finish this one, I always had a backup. Now I have a backup of that. I probably will get another backup. I use this at night. I put it on my skin and just let it sit. I love it. Highly recommend it. Okay, that's all I have for skincare, because my skin I don't get crazy and have 15 steps like I used to. I really don't have time for it. I make sure I use one of my serums. I make sure I use my this serum as well, then the eye cream and some moisturizer. Boom. You know, not trying to overcomplicate things at all, because I need something that's not going to take but 5 minutes to do. All right, so let's get into let's start with face primer. Okay, well, let's start with the brows first. So brow pencil, I recommend to either the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit or the Precisely My Brow. Those are the only two you're really going to ever see me use. Those are the two that I swear by. So I would recommend you do the though I already got Precisely My Brow. I have like 7 of them as backups. I have no intention on getting any during the sale, because I get them from Ulta. I got it from Ulta during the 21 Days of Beauty. But if you did not get a chance to, that is what I use for my brows. All right, let's talk about brow setter, which of course, brow setter, I use the Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Just something simple, there's nothing crazy about that. If you need something to set your brows, that one works just fine, keeping them up and in place. Now, face primer. My number one go-to face primer. This is a brand new one. This was my backups. In my backup, this is the Milk Hydra Grip Primer. I love this primer, y'all. Love this primer. Right now, I have the Pat McGrath primer on, right? It is not, I don't look oily, but I look a little too dewy for my liking right now. That's because I use that primer. If I use this primer, I would probably look semi-matte by now. I would still look semi-matte. I've had this makeup on for, let me see. It is 4 o'clock. I've had it on since 8 o'clock this morning. So I've had it on for 8 hours. I've had this makeup to look for 8 whole hours. And Yes, it doesn't look terrible, but I would still look semi-matte if I use this. So if you are oily, normal or oily, this is for you. Dry, I don't think so. But normal or oily skin, the Milk Hydra Grip is where it's at. Okay? Now, eyelid primer. I use Hourglass. I'm not rebuying it because honestly, I use so little of this. I've been on this for a whole year. Y'all, a whole year. And the shelf life is supposed to be minimum. It was 18 months. I'm sure I can get more out of it. But you see it? I have a couple of other ones that I have started using, but I have a backup of that one. But if you're looking for a good eye primer during the sale, try the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer. It's very good. All right, so let's go into foundations. So I like a lot of foundations, y'all. I have foundation videos all over this, you know, try-ons, etc., try-ons, reviews of different foundations. But the ones that I would highly recommend during this sale is, you guys are not going to be surprised if you are a regular on this channel, is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. I am in the shade 5 and 2. That this baby right here. I love this foundation. This is the equivalent of the shade and Illuminate by Tom Ford, in my opinion. Right? If you don't want to spend the $150 or even the $75 that it will be at the cosmetic company store, you can definitely still get this plus your 20% off if you're Rouge. And you can still get 2 of these for the price of 1. So I do highly recommend this. Next up, this a beat up bottle, y'all. It's like it's all the way down to here, but I've mentioned this on my channel several times. This is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. I am the shade 4.5N or 5N. Those are I switch in between. 5N is really for the summer. I love this foundation. I already have a brand new one. I got it during the foundation sale at Sephora, so I won't be purchasing it in this particular sale, but I highly recommend that you do. This is awesome. As is the Dior Backstage foundation. This one is awesome as well. Great for vacation. I am going to Guatemala for on Christmas evening for a few days, well, for about 5-6 days. So I will be taking this one with me because the weather is a little warmer in Guatemala at that time. So I have the shade again, 4.5. And the great thing about Dior is once you know your shade, you're the same shade in almost every one of them. So you don't have to worry about color differences like you do in some of the other brands. I highly recommend this one. I have 4.5 and 5N as well. Next up, I've mentioned this before too. This is my second bottle of this one. This is the Stay Naked Foundation by Urban Decay. And my shade is 70NN for neutral. I really like the performance of this foundation. I like the price of this foundation. These foundations that I'm showing you will always and forever be in my collection. I have other foundations that I really like, but I won't necessarily rebuy. These 5 that I'm showing you will always be in my foundation collection. Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. Love it. Last one is my boo, my bae. This is the Mer Soft Fluid Foundation. I am in the color 450 Sepia. This is bomb. This is Red Carpet. This is everything foundation. Highly recommend this foundation. I know it's $135 now, but with 20% off, I think you can still get a very good deal from it. So I do recommend that you get this foundation. Okay, I mean, this is bae, y'all. This is, if I can only keep one foundation forever in life, it would be La Mer. Period. All right, so let's get into some of the concealers. One of my main concealers that I would get into, or tell you to get into, recommend, is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. It say 24 hours, y'all. Don't keep your makeup on for them 24 hours. I'm just saying. You can tell that I am like halfway through my bottle. I probably should get a second bottle. I have 4.5 and I have 5.1. This is my shade if I wanted to spot conceal and no foundation. And then this is my brightening shade, the 4.5. Hands down, love this foundation. Concealer, highly recommend. As well as the Dior Skin Correct, Forever Skin Correct. Well, I have a backup of this already. This is in the shade 4N. This is my highlighting shade. I have 4.5N for my actual skin color shade if I wanted to spot conceal. I don't use this as often. I'm only like right here on this one, but this one right here, I'm halfway through. But again, like I said, I already have a backup, so there was really no reason for me to get a second one, but love it. This one is new to my collection, but I have been raving about it since I purchased it. And this one is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear concealer. I already have backups. I love this so much that I went ahead and just bought backups. This is in the color 420, which is a brightening shade, and then this is 435, which is my skin tone. So again, if I just wanted to spot conceal, no foundation, I will use 435. My regular for brightening under the eye would be 420. Love, love, and love. I'll tell you right now. Now the next and last concealer that I want to talk about, I'm going to PSA statement. I'm saying this as a public service announcement. Anything you see that I talk about Pat McGrath, right, is either possibly might not be in stock right now at Pat McGrath, because she's having her 30% off sale right now. It's up to 30% off. So some things are a little bit less than 30% off, but either way. So I'm telling you, you should get it from Sephora if it's not on Pat's site, because some things stay out of stock on Pat's site. And this particular shade, I have 4 different concealers for Pat. You can tell this is beat up. Look at this. I think I'm like down in here. This is M18. This is actually what I have on today. This is my brightening shade. I love this concealer. I have 4 other shades here, and I play around with the different shades depending on my foundation, which one would work better, because some of my foundations have a slightly different tone to it. You guys know how that is. So I have different ones. Definitely worth the money. I would say check Pat McGrath's site first. If your shade is not there, then get it from Sephora. Either way, you need that concealer in your life. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. So we talked foundation, we talked primer, we talked foundations, everything else. Let's talk about eyeshadows. Know what? No, because that's going to take a long time. Let's first get the powders out the way. I only have 1 powder here. If anything else, there's only 1 powder I am going to recommend. And this powder can be the powder of all powders. If you could only have 1 powder, that would be tough for me because I'm a powder hog. But look at this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. Look at, can you say hi to the pan? This is in shade 2 medium. Okay, this is what I use under my eyes. A lot of times I use this. Today I didn't, because I'm using the Pat McGrath powder. But if I had the choice, I still would go with the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. Yes, I hit pan on that one. I even hit pan on the dark one. Serious pan. This is the one for all over my face. I love this powder, especially for those of us with mature skin. Definitely mature skin friendly. I don't have any loose powders on this list this time, only because the loose powders that I prefer are not sold by Sephora. Right? So that's why I'm only showing you Charlotte Tilbury today. I'm probably sure I'll probably think of one after the fact, but that's all I have. So what I want to talk about next is, let's get the bronzers out of the way. I'm going to tell you right now that there's 2 bronzers by Dior. One is, I think it's called the Face and Body one. I have it in 2 shades. This one is the Dior Backstage Face and Brow Body Powder, no powder. For bronzer, y'all see, you can't even see the Dior like that. But this is 6N. This is the one that I've been using to bronze my face. And then once I had a tan, I just used it as a powder. I have 4N, which will be used in the winter, just all over my face. I can still use 6N as a bronzer. Okay, I love that formula. I really do. Next up, I just want to make sure that this one is in stock. It is. Okay, the next one is this baby right here. This is my favorite bronzer at this particular time in my collection, and this is the Dior Forever Natural Powder Bronzer. This is the shade 08 Deep Bronze. I have 07 as well. I will probably use, and now I'm looking, 07 is not even on the site, only 08. So 08, y'all, I can still use this all year. I don't have to have 7. So if you are my shade, slightly lighter, I mean darker, then you can definitely still use this. I think Lori from It's Lori's Life might have 8 too. I'm not sure, but with different skin tones, she's deeper than me. I'm not sure. I have to check, but I'll still put her channel down below. You can check her out. You can also check Victoria James. You guys know her as Vicky J. Check. I think she might have it too. Either way, I'm gonna link both of their channels down below. Go check them out. This right here, baby, I will tell everybody, you will not pick up your bronzers anymore once you try this. And then when you put them together, it just changes up the look. It serves it up. It serves it all the way up. All right, let's talk about blush, because I'm going to talk about blushes, and then I am going to talk about highlighters, then we'll talk about eyeshadows. So for blushes, I do not have the new Patrick Top blush. I do plan on getting it during the sale, so I can't recommend it. I can say you can go try it. I can't tell you that I love it because I don't know. But if it's anything like these were, these blushes right here, this one's been through hell and back, right? It's got little, because I use a spatula when I use the cream part. But this Patrick Top blush, this one is Do We Know Her? This is my favorite peachy blush, right? I'm assuming that the Patrick Top palette is going to be the same formula. If it is, I say just get it. Like I said, I'm going to get it during the sale. It's showing out of stock on the app, on the Sephora app right now. I'm sure that sometime during the sale it'll come back, or you can just go to the store and get it, which is what I plan to do. But the Patrick Top blushes, he did that thing. He did it with that. He really, really did. Next up for blushes, I'm going to tell you any Dior blush, you can get it. There's only 4 colors available at Sephora. I'm going to show you 2 of the 4. I have like 5 Dior blushes. Some of them I purchased directly from Dior. This one right here is available at Sephora. This is $9.99. And y'all, it's everything. It is everything. Okay? I adore Dior blushes. Next up, this one is called number 962 Poison Matte. This is a great mauvey pink blush. Can you see the CD? It's still there. I thought I had rubbed it off. I've used it a lot. This, you don't need to really dig in. It's very pigmented. I love the Dior blushes. I think they have some of the best blushes around. I really, really do. Okay, now let's talk about the Pat blushes. Now, I'm not sure if the Pat blushes are included or excluded from her sale, which is why I'm telling you, no matter what shade you need, just get them. I got all 9. Okay, I have all 9. 2 of my favorites to use I have multiple. I have a lot of favorites, but I'm going to tell you right now is this one, which is Paradise Venus. I actually am wearing this one today. You can't really tell because I had my mask on, but I love this one. It's dirty, y'all. And then one that apparently I dug my nail into. This is Desert Orchid. This is for when you really don't want to look like you have blush on, because people will look at this like I did and probably say like, this look like my skin tone, but it does give it a nice little sheen. And you can mix it together. Oh, I love it. So I'm gonna tell you, I love the Pat blush formula. It is a lot of blush product. I won't say get all 9, of course. Sephora doesn't even have all 9. I think they have 7 of them, but I will tell you to start off with maybe a couple, or get the palette that has the 2 little ones and the highlighter. You can get that during the sale as well. I love this formula. I really do. Highly recommend it. Really quick, we can go into highlighters before I move on. Okay, this highlighter will come as no surprise, and that is the I Need a Nude Glow highlighter by Natasha Denona. This is my favorite highlighter of all time. It will always be in my collection. I'm so happy that I have it, and I recommend it to anybody of any skin tone. I'll tell you that right now. Any skin tone can rock that. Next up, I'm just checking to see if they have the new highlighter by Pat McGrath in stock. I don't want to tell you to get something that they may not have. No, they don't have either of the Pat McGrath highlighters on the website, so I can't even recommend those to you. I will tell you that if that changes by the time we get to the VIB sale and they have Golden Nectar or the new one, Lunar Nude, get them both. So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you just to get them both. Okay? All right. I want to get into eyeshadows. I have some lippies and stuff, but let's get into the eyeshadows because we're already almost 30 minutes in. Okay? All right. So since we're talking about Pat, let's talk about Pat. Now, the app, the Sephora app and website has slim pickings when it comes to Pat now. They don't have all the motherships and everything else, because I would tell you that if they had Subversive, to get Subversive, because it's out of stock on Pat's site, but it's not in Sephora anymore. So I would tell you, you have to wait for it to come on Pat's site. But this one right here, the new one, is excluded from the Pat sale. So I would say definitely get this one, which is Celestial Odyssey. Get this here from Sephora with your 20% off. This is worth every penny without the 20%, okay? So even with the sale, whether it's 20%, 15%, or 10%, it is worth your money. So definitely get that. Next up, I want to talk about the Dior Quints. Not all Dior Quints are equal. I have several Dior videos. Some of them I show that some are hard pan immediately, some are not. So I made sure I picked ones that have not gotten hard pan that you can still enjoy time after time. This one right here is Denim Blue, or Denim I should say. I love this. This is a great blue palette. I love this quad. Next up is Rouge Trafalgar. I keep the things on this one. If you like the pinky nudes, pinky neutrals, definitely get Rouge Trafalgar. I'm gonna run through these quite quickly. We have Jungle. These are great greens. Great greens. Mitza. This is a great, this reminds me a little bit of Natasha Denona's bronze palette without all the bronze looking the same. Just like, boom, this is all you need right here. It's a bronze palette in a quad. Last one I wanted to talk about is Black Black Bow. This one right here is the perfect palette for the holiday time. You got a little bling going on, great for New Year's Eve, whatever, you know. It's just a party palette. I love it, highly recommend. Okay, that's Dior. I know I'm going fast, y'all, but we got a lot of products. It's going to take me 3 days to do the description box, but anyway, next up, let's talk about Natasha Denona. So I have two of the mini pans. This one here is the mini gold. Highly recommend. This is like the perfect little palette to go that has the gold in it, and it's holiday time. These are the colors that you may want to rock. You don't have to take a whole big palette. The mini palette or even the bigger one you can just grab for this. This one here is another one of my favorites. This is the mini retro. I love this. I love this. I thought the retro that we were going to get was going to have something similar, and it doesn't, but it's okay because I still recommend that one as well. But this mini retro gives me life. When I love it. And I know it looks light, like it's not going to show up, but it has no problem showing up on my skin. So speaking of retro, I did put on here the mini retro palette. At first when I reviewed it, I was kind of like, yeah, you know, it's okay. You know, you're going to get a lot of mauvey looks and pinky looks out of it, but it's a great everyday palette, to be quite honest with you. If you like mauves and pinks, that's what you're going to get, and it's a great formula, right? It's typical Natasha Denona formula. You're going to get a lot of use out of it because there's nothing punchy about this palette, right? It's not overly colorful or anything like that. This is a neutral everyday. You can jazz it up a little bit, you know, or you can tone it down. So this is the perfect palette for someone that just wants good quality eyeshadows for everyday use. Okay, unlike the colors that are in the Circle Loco palette, this is one of my favorite Natasha Denona palettes. I love color, right? So this right here is one of those that would always come with me on a vacation, especially if it's somewhere tropical, because I can really build looks. I took this on to Dior with me and I used it almost every day, right? I used it. I really draw a lot of inspiration from this palette. It's coming with me to Guatemala most likely, because I can get so much out of it, right? I don't need a lot of big pans if I take this with me. Love it. My last and number one palette from Natasha Denona is the Metropolis palette. This palette here is dirty. Forgive me ahead of time, but this right here is it for the fall and winter. I will be rocking this palette all the time. I would. I have, as you can tell by how dirty it is, and you can tell that I have been in these pans. This right here is backup worthy. If I will purchase a backup of Metropolis because I'm concerned about it going out of stock, or you know, what is it, into the vault or whatever you want to call it, where like the gold palette has, you know, I don't want to be without this palette. So I'm probably going to, during the Black Friday sale, get it and hold on to it, right? I'm not going to do it right now because it's not an emergency and I have like at least 20 items already in my cart. So I'm not going to add this one. I'm going to wait until the Black Friday sale. But if you don't already have it, get it. I love it. I love this palette. Okay, y'all, we moving. We're going to be done in a little while, okay? Next up, I want to talk about Viseart. There's two Viseart palettes here. And that the reason I picked these are twofold. One of them is very difficult to get your hands on because they're not always in stock. The other one is on sale, and I'm gonna start with the one that's currently on sale. I did do a video using this palette. I think it dropped on Friday, just past Friday. This is the Bohemian Dream palette. This is $40 at Sephora plus your discount, right? As soon as I open this, love using this palette. I love the colors. Look at that. They're all metallics. There's no mattes in here. It's a great palette for you to use to accompany with another. I have almost all of the 12 pans. This one is one, this is one for the books. This is one that will always be, well, not always be in my collection, but this will be one that I pull for. This will be one that I will also take to vacation, and it would be easy because these are vacation type colors. You know, when you're going into, you know, Caribbean or anywhere where it's real hot and tropical type thing, you want something to spice it up, you have this. I really love this palette, and I'm so glad that I got it on sale, even at the $40. This next one is the Grand Pro Volume 2. This is dirty, y'all, because I do use this palette. Ooh, this is dirty. Okay. All right, this right here is all metallics, right? I have all three: Grand Pro 1, Grand Pro 2, Grand Pro 3. Grand Pro 2 is $175 worth every single penny. You have all the colors you could possibly think of in metallics. So you can play and have an all metallic look, or you can use one of your other Viseart or your other matte palettes and accompany them together. It is travel friendly because you can still take this away because it does fit into my makeup stuff. But this is definitely great value in my opinion. The $175 is not bad, but then when you take the 20% off, I really think that it's worth grabbing. I'm almost done. Next, I want to talk about two of the palettes that are great for everyday use. Another two palettes. This one is Supreme Nudes palette by Artist Couture. This came out last year. This is great for everyday use for somebody that just wants neutral tones. I pull for this more than Natasha's bronze palette. Same, it is not the same formula, but I like this green in here, so I pull for this. I pull for this more than I do the bronze, to be quite honest with you. The next one is the Supreme Bronze palette, where when you put this together with the nudes, you have what you need. Look at that nice punchy color. You have a nice dark color for your outer corner. You can put them together and then you have a great palette for you to use. And the price is right. I think it's $40 and then you get 20% off. You can't beat it. All right, I have one more palette. You guys are going to be shocked that this is on here, but it's on here for a reason. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look. I don't know what the hell that means, but anyway, I'm going to open this one up. This right here, y'all see how dirty this is? Sorry, y'all. The reason that I have this on here is because it actually, the color payoff is better when you apply it than in the pan. In the pan, it looks ashy, looks like it's not going to come up. But honestly, I have no problem using this. It has 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. They work fine for everyday use. Look how small this is. Literally, my phone is bigger than this. So for those of you that might be on the run in the morning and you don't have time to do your makeup, but you do it when you get to work or something like that, you know, you don't want to carry something like this to work, you can have something like this. This is a great size. Honestly, it's even more compact than a quad. If you look, quad is thicker and it's a little longer. This one right here can slide into even your pocket. So it is a lot more travel friendly. So this is something that I would highly recommend. That's it for the shadows. I know that's enough, y'all. I know that's enough. We're already at 40 minutes. Let's keep it moving. Next up, I just want to show you one lip pencil. Just one. This is my go-to lip pencil. This ain't even the right shade, Christine. This is not the right shade. Here it is. This is it. Nope. Y'all. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Sorry, y'all. This is by Natasha Denona. This is Lala. You can see how much I've used it because you see how little it is compared to the other ones. This is like, it's a little darker than Matte Chestnut, a little darker than Ground Control by Pat McGrath. I love this, and it does not move. It does not, it takes a lot to get this off your lips. I love this though. It blends well when you put your lipstick over it. It blends together beautifully. Highly recommend it. I will be buying a backup of this during the sale because I must have it. It is a must have in your collection. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even wear the other two colors. This color is the color that I wear. And just so you can see it, even though I know a lot of you seen it already, look at that. It's like the perfect shade for me. It's definitely the perfect shade. Now, lippies. Okay, as far as lippies are concerned, and I will tell you, for Pat McGrath, I will go to the Pat McGrath website, do the 30% off for the lippies. I will not talk about two types of lippies. I'm not going to talk about Tom Ford lippies because the majority of my Tom Ford lippies I did not purchase from Sephora, right? And I got them from the cosmetic company store. That's where I will tell you to get them, right? Because they are 55, or I think it may be a little higher than that now, and they're 50% off at the cosmetic company store. So do not waste your time getting them from Sephora. That's me being 100% honest with you. If you must, then fine. Me, I will wait until it comes there, right? For as far as the Pat McGrath is concerned, the reason why I'm not showing you Pat lippies is because, one, she's having a 30% off sale now. But on top of that, every Black Friday and Cyber Monday, she drastically drops them for the last 2 years. The first year was $10, the second year was $12, and it lasted for weeks. So in my mind, don't bother. Do not bother getting them during this sale, right? Stick to the ones you know will never go on sale, like these, like the Gucci lippies. Do not pass go. Get your Gucci lippies now, because I will be adding to my collection, because I think I have like 9. It's like 4 more colors I want. But I will tell you, this one right here is Mona Lisa. Is this one? Yeah. Leslie. I keep saying Mona Lisa. Mona Leslie Cameo. I love that shade. This is a yes for me. I already have it, but in case y'all were thinking about it, this one is Jane Lee Scarlet. That's Janie Scarlet. Look at that. Oh, come on now. Come now. You looking for red for the holiday? Look at Janie Scarlet. This one right here is the Painted Veil. That's the Painted Veil. This is a great nudie lipstick. One great for everyday use as well. These are the ones that stay on top of my vanity. And then we have Johanna Burgundy. That's Johanna Burgundy. These are all 4 of these shades stay on top of my vanity. Highly recommend those. Get more shades. But when you're talking about lippies, you want to get things you know you can't get on sale if the brand had a sale. For instance, these, if the Christian Dior is in stock, I don't have many. I have 999. That's the 999s. That's it right here, which is a lot different from this red. So I keep both of them up here depending on which one I want to wear. But I like the Janie Scarlet more, to be quite honest with you. Okay. All right. Last thing I want to bring up is with the one mascara. I only wear 2 on my upper lid. Either the Dark Star mascara, which is currently out of stock on Pat McGrath, right? So that's this one right here. It's out of stock. If it's in stock on Sephora, then you just get it from Sephora. But the other one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Lash Brag. I already have 3 backups, so I have absolutely no reason to get any in addition to minis. So I have no reason to get another one, but that's how much I love it. I would recommend this hands down to everybody. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag is where it's at. I do not mix. I do not have a bunch of different ones open because this mascara is going to go bad soon anyway. Anyway, y'all. Oh, forgot about my setting spray. Y'all, just get it. Okay, this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. It actually has 2 of these normal retail price is $40, but it's packaged together for $29. It was in my gift set video. Highly recommend you just grab that and call it a wrap. That way you can also travel with it. Instead of buying the big bottle, you can just get that one. That's the only setting spray I use. I don't even use the others anymore. Okay, it locks my makeup in, and that's it. Like I said, this has been on since 8 o'clock. All right, and it is now 4:47. Okay. All right, y'all, that's all of my recommendations. Let me know down in the comments what you plan on getting. Is there something that you thought I was going to say that I didn't mention? Because I might have forgot. Because when it comes time and you have to start pulling things down, you forget things. So let me know. And if I do forget things between now and when the sale actually starts, which today is Sunday, so it's going to start on Friday, I will just do a quick another video with the things I forgot. But this is going to drop midnight on that Friday. So as soon as the sale begins, I'm going to drop this video. So if you happen to be up at midnight and you start watching it, hey, okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Share the content with your friends if they're looking for something on what to get during the sale. If you like the content, again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Head over to IG, follow me at Chris Loves Luxe. Most important, I want everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.